Whether you're an educational institute, business, or corporation of some type, digital change in reference to introducing new technology is going to be a given. Many organizations face the same problem. How do I enact successful change when introducing new technology into the organization? Change is often difficult, usually on multiple levels of hierarchy within the organization itself. Resistance in some form or another is to be expected. But how does an organization successfully lead and enact change that is ultimately going to yield support from the individuals within the organization and ultimately lead to successful positive outcomes? Welcome to the Organizational Toolkit to Introducing a New Technology, the human side to overcoming resistance to technological change. In this toolkit, you are going to learn the 4 main foundational steps to successfully aid your organization to overcoming resistance when introducing a new technology. The toolkit is designed to be accessible to multiple types of organizations. Each foundational step in the toolkit will be described and broken down to assist you in best developing your way forward to enacting successful change. The toolkit is not meant to be black and white, but meant to act as a guide in successfully enabling change. No 2 organizations are the same, and thus parts of each foundational step may be slightly different depending on your organization's characteristics. Without further ado, let's see what the foundational steps are. Step 1. Learn. To enact any change, an organization must determine all stakeholders involved within the confines of the particular change. A good way of doing this is to create a mind map, a type of brainstorming allowing your organization to identify the key players from top to bottom and internal to external involved within the change. Remember, change is a multifaceted concept. When you change one thing, usually most of the organization is going to be affected one way or another. Be sure to be thorough. Once the key players have been identified, it's time to engage with them. This can be accomplished through many avenues: surveys, questionnaires, focus groups, committees, subject matter experts, and much more. The end goal of the engagement process is to learn and paint a picture of the vivid change landscape. Now, leaders of the organization can be well informed of the actual change that's going to take place. Moreover, a deeper understanding of the change and how it aligns with the organization's vision, mission statement, and/or goals can be further analyzed by senior members. This also ensures that organizational values and ethics are maintained. At this time, management can identify change agents, or those individuals who will become champions and key implementers of said change. Step 2. Collaborate. Change involving principles of empathic design and appreciative inquiry have shown to assist in successful change processes. Leaders of the organization have an opportunity to co-design critical elements required for successful digital change to be implemented. What is needed to be co-designed? Let's name some. Clear definition of problem being addressed, activities and tasks, costs, order of activities and tasks, timeframes, mitigation of risk, most likely from some type of hazard identification and risk assessment process, barriers to change, resistance expected and unexpected, internal covert and overt resistance. All these are good things to co-design. These collaborative processes that will take place are critical in maintaining or developing valuable relationships with stakeholders within and outside your organization. These relationships will help to maintain sustainability and long-term success of change to be implemented. Step 3. Implement. Execute. The project plan consists of a monitoring and control phase where it is of critical importance to communicate any variation from the original plan. Note, this is not a time to ignore stakeholders involved. Make sure new variables or deviations of the plan are communicated to appropriate entities, and within a timely manner. Implement can be broken down into 4 sub-steps. 1. Develop a communications plan including frequency, access, tools, audience, and milestones. 2. Allocate resources and assign tasks. It's important to communicate empathically and build trust. 3. Ensure that risks and potential impacts are recorded. Make plans to avoid or mitigate anything that might derail your project. Recognize the emotions of other people around you without judgment. Be ready to hear concerns at any time. And finally, manage relationships, monitor costs and schedules, and compare to our original plans. Note any changes and respond. The final step, evaluate. Step 4. There are 3 areas where it is recommended evaluations take place. Number 1, stakeholders. Experience and perceptions of increased workload can be a reality and must be known in order to shut down negative ideas and/or emotions to the process. 2, results measures. Identification of how you know successful change has occurred must be tangibly assessed. Individuals need to know what the end state is. A goal must be tangibly attainable, both in mind and physical environment. Process measures. The questions of how do you know you are doing what is required to achieve goals, and how do you therefore adjust accordingly, must also be evaluated throughout the process. Some helpful tools and applications. 1. Analytics and metrics can help produce relevant data and help leaders make informed decisions backed by evidence. And 2. Reevaluation combined with multiple success markers can also help assist in evaluation efforts, in particular, to make tangible intermediary goals and/or changes as necessary. Remember these 4 steps: learn, collaborate, implement, and evaluate. Each step can be broken down into sub-steps in order to provide your particular organization the best chance of success when introducing new technologies within your given environment. Make sure to look at the graphic design brochure to give a more detailed analysis of each step and also show how and why these steps could be effective for your given organization and/or needs required. Thanks for listening, and get to change.